Alright, hello, I'm Spiders, and today I'm going to be playing Animal Well, True Ending, No Major Glitches. I have a commentator here if he wants to introduce himself.
I'm mewshmallow. I'm a big fan of Animal Well, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try
I'm
to
also a
commentate.
big fan of Animal Well.
I'll commentate as best I can so Spider can lock in.
Yeah, alright, so with that being said, I think I'm just going to start, so I'll give a countdown. In 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so the goal of True Ending, No Major Glitches, is to get 32 eggs and 11 of the items, because those are required to get True Ending. It's No Major Glitches because if we used Major Glitches, True Ending would take like 4.5 minutes instead of the around 20 minutes that this run takes, which is interesting, but not that great of a viewing experience.
We want to put on a show.
Yeah, we want to experience a lot of the game. Okay, so right there, I did a trick to just skip like the entire tutorial section of the game, where we just rotate that crank one full rotation, and since water physics are like jank in this game, you just kind of bounce out. And now just making our way to the disc, and we're gonna leave right after that. Not actually do the disc section.
Yeah, so the reason we're going to grab the disc is because disc movement is like slightly faster. You can see riding the disc here is going to be faster than walking. And then we want the cat to follow us because we're going to use the cat to death warp back to this section later on once we get the bubble wand, which is a really important item.
Yeah, there's somewhat of a debate in the online sphere as to whether this is a dog or a cat. It's officially a dog, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just don't agree with that interpretation. I'm more of team cat.
Yeah. I'm used to calling it a cat now because that's what everyone else calls it, because it's technically correct, but not in my heart.
Yeah, there are dogs in the game that look like dogs.
Yeah.
This looks like a cat. The cat is like actually not all that threatening. You're gonna see Spiders moving around it pretty. It's pretty predictable. You're able
Yeah.
to manipulate it.
I'm gonna try not to die to it until I want to die to it.
Yes.
Yeah, part of the reason we picked up the disc is actually so that we can die to this dog. Like, basically, sorry, this cat.
Yes, the cat.
The cat, the dog. Right after getting the bubble wand, which is what we're making our way to. We don't actually care about getting the bubble wand too much. What we care more about is getting the 8 eggs on the way there, because at 8 eggs, we get access to the flute.
And the flute is like the most broken item.
Yeah, at least for no major glitches categories. Also, you can stand on spikes if you approach them from the side.
And it's where we die.
No, it's fine.
It's fine, but it was slow.
It's fine as long as I don't die. Like, I would continue this run if I were doing PB attempts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bubble wand, pretty broken for movement. You can just kind of indefinitely jump up with good timing. And, yeah, thankfully it didn't die on that section.
Yay.
Actually, maybe the hardest section in the run. I'm just really practiced at it because it's also, like, kind of the same as any percent. So, getting that switch, because switches are global. So, if we hit one switch, we change the state of switches for the entire game. And we will see that come into play shortly. So now we have the flute, and we can immediately play our first of 5 warp songs we're gonna play in this run. Also, if we use the flute to slide off a ledge, the game lets us jump.
It's very fun.
So we're just doing that, collecting eggs and making our way to the slink. And then once we have the slink, we're gonna make our way to the end of this area by playing another warp song.
Yay.
Yeah. This run has a lot of spoilers, by the way. So, yeah, you saw there, Secret Bunny. I think we're gonna play like 3 bunny songs in this run, just because it lets us move around the map fast. Okay, so coming up in this room, the chameleon is right above us, and the flame right next to it. And we can just kind of damage boost into the room.
And then we use the bubble wand to stop these guys so the chameleon doesn't do its second attack, because second attack is slow and annoying.
Yeah. As long as the chameleon eats these hedgehogs every time, it won't do its like eye blood attack things. And yeah, thankfully the chameleon didn't eat us.
Yay!
We can get our first flame. Now we're gonna play another warp song to get to the center, and that for some reason spawns us in the air. And since we're in the air in the flute state, we can jump and immediately switch to bubble wand to get up faster. It's actually pretty convenient. So now we're actually doing the disc section. The reason we didn't do it earlier was because we wanted this link so that we can just kind of complete the section and get the flame in one go. It's pointless to like just get the M disc. Yeah, this section was like probably the most stressful section in a casual playthrough, but honestly kind of chill in the speedrun. I'm saying that, and for all I know, I'm gonna die somehow and eat my words. Yeah, making our way to the M disc right now and getting eggs along the way. It's the theme of the run. We're getting a lot of eggs, 32 of them.
To be exact.
Yeah, to get the top. And Mewshers, why are we getting 32 eggs and not the 65 eggs that we need for the true ending?
So usually in a regular playthrough, you would go through the game, get the regular ending, and then you would have to go and collect 65 eggs to respawn the manticore so that you can get the true ending. But since we're not doing the regular ending and we're just doing the true ending off rip, we can just grab 32 eggs, get the top, and do true ending first try.
Yeah.
So it'll be a lot faster.
Yeah, because you can just use the first manticore to get the true ending instead of having to play through the game 2 times. Also, I kind of neglected to talk about this, but the disc, we can, at the peak of our jump, if we throw the disc, we can just kind of ride it. It's like really oddly precise. I think it's like a variable 2-frame window, at least with max walking speed. But like the timing it's not that bad because you just time it with your jump press. And we can also do it when walking off a ledge. But yeah, and I explained that, so if you see me miss disc jumps, you know why. Oh, that was something. That jump is weirdly precise, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna take this slow, I guess. I know, going slow in a speedrun.
Alright.
I don't love my health going into the section, but it should be fine. Yeah, also, if you notice, I'm like trying to do optimal bubble jumps as much as possible, which like the difference between optimal and like non-optimal bubble jumps where you would just like press the bubble wand with or at the same time as jump, you like get half the height when you do that. Whereas if you delay pressing bubble by like 10-ish frames, I forget, yeah, you'll get double the height and it's a lot faster. And by the way, you can hold A to go through these pipes quicker.
Wow, I wish I knew that.
Yeah. There were a surprising amount of speedruns week 1 that didn't know that. And even some world records that didn't know that. But yeah, that puzzle, pretty simple. Just tap up twice on the first lever and then hold up. Messed up my movement. Yeah, these birds, if you go faster the screen transition, you can just kind of phase through.
Yay.
Now we're just making our way to the yo-yo. And the theme of this run is we're gonna get the yo-yo and we're gonna warp song out. But this is a different warp song this time. So this is the warp song that you probably actually found in your casual playthrough. If you found any of them, it just takes you to the headroom. And the nice thing about the headroom is that,
oh, the kangaroo.
Wait, oh yeah, kangaroo is probably more important to talk about actually.
Yeah, let me talk about the kangaroo.
Yeah, you can talk about the kangaroo.
Okay, so the kangaroo has a few specific spawn points that it can spawn in. You need to see it 3 times before you can do like the true ending. It is kind of RNG though, so you basically have to go to the room and then sit and wait to see if it spawns. And then if it spawns, good job, you got a good run. And if it doesn't spawn, you basically have to keep cycling through its spawn points until you see it 3 times.
There's a 25% chance that your run has good kangaroo RNG. So at a top level, it's not that good.
It is a bit annoying.
Yeah. I think when I was going for an 18 in this category, I lost like 10 runs in a row to kangaroo RNG.
Yay.
Wasn't the most fun thing. Then, of course, in most of my practice runs, I was getting perfect kangaroo RNG.
Of course. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, also, while we were talking about kangaroo, I neglected to mention that we kind of just clipped the yo-yo through a wall using a platform.
Yeah, you'll see it later when we do another room, but you can't clip the yo-yo through stuff.
Yeah. Here, you might have found this in your casual playthrough. You can just skip the whole ostrich thing. Or wait, no, wrong song. Yeah, inputting songs fast is hard.
True.
So this is the first kangaroo spawn position that's random.
There he is.
We actually got good RNG. The RNG isn't over yet. We could still get bad RNG, but like we're sitting at a nice 2 in 3 chance that we got good RNG now.
Yeah, much better than 25%.
Yeah, because we do end up visiting 3 of the kangaroo rooms. We don't end up visiting 1 of them at all. So we really don't want it to spawn in that room.
Yeah, because then we have to go out of the way to find it again.
Okay, so we got the S medal, and we can make our way back to the tutorial section. There's an egg in this room that an any % run would get earlier, but since we're going back this way anyway, it's really fast to just get it now. And this is another kangaroo.
Oh.
Okay, we got perfect kangaroo RNG.
Let's go!
Wish that happened in PB attempts, but you know, it happens.
At least you got it on the big stage.
Yeah. And so even though there's a 25% chance to get good kangaroo RNG, like that was perfect because you still have to wait in the rooms like 5 seconds for the kangaroo to actually spawn.
Mm-hmm.
So that just made it so we don't have to wait in an extra room and lose like 5 seconds. But any worse RNG than that, like you're losing, I don't know, like half a minute to a minute and a half maybe. We're gonna go to the top and get the remote. Or no, not the remote. We just got the remote. The bouncy ball.
The bouncy ball.
It is hard playing while talking.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so I'm just doing cool routing through this room to get through it without the ghost bullying us. We set up in this position, the stalactite immediately breaks for some reason. Nope. Okay. Yeah, menuing or inventorying is hard.
So true.
Like you just kind of have to remember how many times I want to press left bumper, right bumper, and just plan all of that stuff out. And yeah, it can be hard to remember.
There's so many items, especially near the end game.
Yeah, and every run like has a different set of items, so your menus will change for like the same strat sometimes.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the disc and the bubble wand are placed right next to each other. Also, I'm just gonna do a safety save. This section's really scary. Because like as you've probably seen a lot already, you like using the disc and bubble wand together.
Yeah. And use them so often.
Shoutouts to this egg, which I always seem to forget for some reason.
At least you remembered this time.
Yeah, I'm glad I remembered. Yeah, just using all our items to get through this section faster. Water can interact with your body, so we can just skip this entire puzzle.
Water just is jank in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, this whale is very scary. If it eats you, you just die. Oh. Okay, it doesn't look like we're getting eaten, though.
Hey.
Now we're gonna make our way to the wheel using the back entrance. No.
Oopsies.
Okay. Yeah, playing songs is hard.
Yeah, there's so many songs and they're kind of long.
Yeah. So anyway, what we did there, so normally you would free a bunch of animals to, and then once you free the 5 cats, the Mama Link sings a song, and then you can get the wheel. But if you know the song already, you don't need to free the animals. And it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. And now that we have all the flames, we're just gonna backtrack to get our last remaining egg so that we have 32 and can get the top. I don't believe I missed any, so I don't have to get a backup egg in this section.
Yay.
Like, there is an egg in this section that's pretty fast, but it uses the bouncy ball right in that room. And the bouncy ball is very janky, so you don't want to get that egg. I'm not sure if it's actually faster to get. It might be, but not worth it. I'm just playing a bunny song for our last egg, so it's right in this room. And that sound is good. It means we actually got all the eggs.
Yay. 32 eggs.
Now I'm just gonna make my way to the top. Also, if you leave that room during the ground opening scene, it will just be completed the next time you enter the room.
And there's the top.
And yeah, having the wheel is really nice for this section, as it allows you to move really quickly without having to rely on like being good at the disc. And I guess this is also one of the harder parts of the run. There's gonna be like a bunch of glitches that I haven't done yet back to back, and it will be fun.
Yeah, this is like my favorite part right here.
I'm not gonna do the new routing.
Okay.
Okay, so right here with one-way tiles, I'm trying to pause buffer to a good frame.
There you go.
Yeah, if you pull out the wheel at the right time, you can just kind of go right through. Then here, this was found 2 days ago and posted in the Discord.
Wow, new tech.
Messed it up. Yeah, you can clip the bouncy ball through the wall. Then here, the yo-yo can just go under the screen. And we did none of those as intended. Now we have the lantern and can make our way to the end of the game.
Hurrah.
If I had more health here, then I would be doing some damage boost in this room. You also can actually skip the lantern, but you would need 9 hearts, and that requires doing daylight savings. Or not daylight savings, Groundhog Day, which is really funny. Also, if you're on the disc, you can clip through that door and skip its animation for some reason.
Here's the manticore.
And here's the manticore. It can be a real pain with shooting his lasers here sometimes. Thankfully, that was pretty quick. I'm just gonna get the safety food. Also, you can double jump with the wheel. just gotta wait for him to break this glass. Use the remote, use the bouncy ball.
Here we are.
And time is coming up when this eats me. Time.
Wow. That's pretty good time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Sub 20 is actually fairly good time. World record's like 1838 for reference. Shout-outs to GDQ for letting me put this on, and shout-outs to PAX, of course. Shout-outs to the Animal Well Discord for posting all of these cool strats that I'm performing. I am not much of a strat finder myself, but I see those strats on the Discord and just immediately implement them.
You're a stealer.
Yeah. I mean, that's what speedrunning's about, though.
So true.
Shout-outs to my commentator, mewshmallow, and shout-outs to Billy Vasso and Dan Adelman for being here. And they have a booth for this game at this convention, so go check that out if this run seemed interesting at all. Or play the game at home if you're not here. I think that's it for me.
All right.
All right, thank you very much. All right, that was Spider and Mewsh. Again, great job by both of them. And yeah, be sure to check out that booth if you are here live in Seattle for PAX West 2024. We are going to be getting ready for our next run, so stay tuned in just a little bit, and we'll be right back.